right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking live at the Battle of the Lake Charlevoix Conference, if you will, as the Charlevoix Raiders head a little bit south to take on the East Jordan Red Devils here for the first time in over 20 years that this isn't a conference game, but still district opponents, as this could potentially be a precursor to what we could see in this Class C district semifinal or final game this year later on in about 3 weeks. Charles Strail along with Eric Huffman here. Pleased to be bringing this one. Thanks for making us a part of your Monday night festivities. Eric, you and I really looking forward to this one. What are you anticipating seeing out here in the first 8 minutes, particularly from each team?
I'll be curious to see. Obviously, you've got two teams in opposite conferences now. But again, it's still a Lake Charlevoix rival. Lake Charlevoix, like you said, Lake Charlevoix conference opponent, if you want to give it one too.
Sure.
But I'll be curious to see what kind of game plan they will have, as I know they've got some tough games coming up too, but this is also a potential district matchup. So what are you actually going to show tonight? Again, with it being a non-conference opponent, and again, Charlevoix has quite a gauntlet. Again, you've got East Jordan at the top of the Ski Valley, but you've also got a doubleheader of back-to-back games coming up at the end of this week with Northern Shores leader Elk Rapids.
Yeah, it's a really, really big gauntlet for Charlevoix here, not only against the quality opponent in East Jordan. They've got a record of 13-3, as you can see on the screen. Charlevoix coming in with a record of 13-4. And for each of these teams, this would be a very good quality win, as you know, East Jordan going into the Ski Valley this past year, their strength of schedule has taken a little bit of a hit because of that.
Absolutely.
So if East Jordan, you know, you circle this game here, not only because it's a familiar opponent, but also because you know that this would be a high-quality win. If this is college basketball, this would be a Tier 1 win.
Yeah. Good call on that one.
There's no tiers, however, in high school basketball, but when you can win against an opponent who's also in your district, that bodes well. Starting tonight for Charlevoix will be, Collins, Watkins, Gaffney, Ryan Pearl, and last but not least, Jackson Kraus. And when we send it over to the home teams, we'll have Eric Huffman introduce the Red Devils starters tonight. Red Devils looking to go 14-3 with a win here tonight if they can pull it off over Charlevoix.
Reminds me back in my old Ski Valley days when I was in Harbor Springs. You know, East Jordan was a part of the Ski Valley along with Harbor back then. Start for East Jordan tonight. Number 0. I've got last names here, so I'll make sure we got everybody.
That'll be
Max Beal. Next up, number 1, Ryder Malpass. Next up for the Red Devils, number 3, William Webb. Talking to Coach Troshak before the game tonight. Webb's one of the ones that they'll be keying on.
And Webb's definitely a guy that can take any type of guard out of the game pretty much. Last week, Webb did 2 phenomenal defensive performances on one of the Ski Valley's premier guards, Daniel Jacobson. Limited him to 12 points and 14 points for a kid that averages close to 27. Look for Will Webb to pick up the assignment on Joe Gaffney tonight.
Yeah, Rio rounding out the starters for East Jordan. You've got 44 Ennis and 54 Russell, another one that Charlevoix will be looking to key on, especially being one of the bigs down low tonight. Yeah, again, I was saying it reminds me of the old Ski Valley days when it was in Harbor Springs, and Charlevoix was part of the Michigan Huron Shores Conference back then.
Yeah, I mean, just the anticipation for this game, looking forward to it, knowing that each one of these two teams has 13 wins coming into tonight, and it is certainly an anticipated game. No matter where you're at, where you're tuning in from, you're used to this game being highly contested, highly emotional, and let's find out who comes out on top tonight as Charlevoix takes the opening tip-off. It'll be Collins going down low to Watkins. He'll pivot away, over back to Collins in the corner, back to Watkins. A little show and go, coming baseline. Swung over to Kraus, tapped off his fingers, almost stolen away. Out there is Ennis on the defense.
And that's twice Watkins tried the baseline and got stuck in a double team down there. So you got to be careful with that. Nice reverse by him to finish that scoring.
Absolutely beautiful pass there by Ryan Pearl. Give him the assist on the Watkins made field goal to start the game and break the seal on this one. Here's Will Webb putting his shoulder down, getting all the way, drawing some contact, and he'll go to the line for an old-fashioned chance at a three-point play.
And that's something Coach Troshak mentioned to me during the girls' game earlier, is that he got to keep Webb off the foul line.
Once again, Charles Strail, Eric Huffman, Ryan Bentley running our photography tonight and videography.
Nothing but the best.
As Webb pays it off at the free throw line for the three-point play. East Jordan takes their first lead of the game, and we've already got one lead change already here.
Yeah, we see this little bit of half-court pressure by East Jordan. Charlevoix going to keep their spacing and be patient when you got those guys flying at you. Take good care of the basketball.
Collins tees up the open three. Kraus on the weak side rebound. Back to Kraus in the corner as the Raiders reload with the second chance opportunity.
In this gym, always tough to play in, as you got the student section almost right in your face down here for the first half.
There's the first turnover against Charlevoix, and the Red Devils will take it back. You're right, Eric. This gym, you certainly have a home court atmosphere here, especially when the Red Devils construct a good team and put a team out on the floor that is formidable like this one is here this year.
Yeah, East Jordan, you know, we talked about Charlevoix and having a gauntlet or a tougher schedule, so to speak. But East Jordan, especially with their schedule, too, they've had a few tough games, or a couple tough games with Gaylord St. Mary's recently.
As that's an offensive foul called. Well, actually, did they call it a block? Yeah, it's an offensive foul on Will Webb. And he thought he drew another and one, but that's his first personal.
And again, it's a way, too, getting in position. If you want to stop his drives and get into the foul line, take a charge or two, and make him think about it. Maybe he'll stick around the perimeter more.
East Jordan with a little 1-3, 1-3/4
nice
press.
Nice job with their 5 on a dice.
As Ryan Pearl squeezes it in for 2, and the Raiders take their lead once again. Second lead change of the game.
Secret, breaking the pressure, get that ball in the middle and look to attack.
And Ryan Pearl is a guy who is a facilitator first, not always looking to score, but he is fully capable of passing, dribbling, and scoring at that 5 position.
Yeah, he's really the Raider Swiss Army knife. As Webb tries to get some more down low.
As Webb gets it back, we've got a foul coming on the floor against the Raiders. This one is called
on the floor.
Yep, it'll go against Ryan Pearl, trying to reach in and dig that one out from Will Webb. Team's second, first on Pearl.
Another thing you got to worry about, too, is too many fouls. Again, you want to keep East Jordan off the foul line.
As does East Jordan wants to keep Charlevoix off the free throw line. Charlevoix shooting near 75% from the charity stripe
they've
this
been shooting
season.
a lot better lately from the line.
Here's a high screen up top. Malpas trying to find a way down into the paint. Finds Brendan Ennis, and the Red Devils reclaim the lead.
Yeah, nice feet down low, a nice bounce pass where he's able, just enough where he can grab that and gather himself, go up strong.
That was just a simple pick and roll there up top. 1-5 ball screen as Joe Gaffney hits the deck. Half court set here now for the Raiders. Stolen away by Will Webb. Webb's going to glide in for 2.
Yeah, just kind of lackadaisical with that pass. You got to be more crisp with that, make better decisions.
That's the second Raider turnover. First points off the turnovers for the Red Devils as they go up by 3. They trap this handoff in the corner. Pearl splits it. Kraus crosses over, swings it to Collins. He'll drive baseline, Euro step, puts it up, off the glass, no good. Here's a rebound by Beal, and here come the Red Devils.
Yeah, they're looking to get the ball down the floor quick, see if they can't get something. After the initial run down the floor, maybe something secondary before they need to set something up.
Corbin Russell puts it on the deck, tried to corkscrew into the paint, and is called for the travel.
Yep. Pack his bags.
Flying out of TVC Airport. It was Russell
just like
there
Mr.
with the
Shane
travel,
Smith
just like
earlier today.
Yeah, just like our broadcast counterpart Shane Smith as he packed his bags and flew out of Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport, proud sponsor of high school basketball here on Next Level Broadcasting. Both teams even with 2 turnovers apiece. Here comes just a little exchange.
Yeah, be a little more just kind of walking around a little bit on offense now. Be a little more assertive and have some purpose when you're going up to set a screen or making your cuts.
Jackson Kraus down on the post, swings it up to Pearl. He'll screen for Collins. He'll take the elbow jump shot, no good. And into the hands of Brendan Ennis. One and done on the offensive side here for Charlevoix.
Yeah, East Jordan just seems to be just a touch more active than Charlevoix at both ends of the court, but only a 3-point deficit. Coach Troshak's parents watching again from Williamston. We appreciate it. Thanks for checking out. And yes, we love to be here. Charles loves to say we are courtside, so you don't have to be.
Russell banks in the three after it takes a victory lap and finally goes down. And the Red Devils go up by 6. First made three of the game for Russell. He's capable of getting hot in a hurry.
Yeah, it could be an intriguing matchup with him and Pearl.
They call him the microwave of the 2-3-1. That is Russell, as we should.
Offensive.
Yep.
Or not offensive, but a
block.
A block. Yeah, because it's on East Jordan. It should be.
Yeah, it should be on East Jordan, just blowing up that screen.
Yeah, it was a big two-hand shove from up here in the mezzanine. You can catch that.
That's on Will Webb. That's his second personal foul.
Again, although non-conference potential district opponent, it is a rival of the Lake Charlevoix area. So you never know. Tempers or emotions could ride high, but even early in the game.
Here's Ryan Pearl to inbound. Newly checked into the game for each team is Carter Greenacre for the Raiders. Also coming in is, we got a substitution for East Jordan as Greenacre tees up the three right off the bench, and he drops it in. That's what he does. He's the sharpshooter on this Raider team.
Yeah, 14 points in the last game against Boyne City. Off the bench even. He's a freshman, is a fifth quarter player. And I always barter for him to get more minutes, if not a permanent spot on the varsity team, but still logging good minutes and scoring good points up here.
Eli Burns and Ellis Malpas have checked in for East Jordan here. Burns replacing Webb after he picked up his second personal foul. Here's Russell getting it in the corner. Looking as Beal tees up another one, no good, and there's Greenacre on the glass. Watkins with the 16-foot pull-up, no good, too strong. One and done once again for Charlevoix as the Red Devils clear.
A good job by East Jordan. They're finding the body and making contact and then going to get the ball, something I preach pretty much every game.
Here's an opportunity for Watkins, counted and a foul.
Nice take and finish by Watkins.
And it's a 5-0 run for the Charlevoix Raiders after Will Webb picked up that second foul. Whether that's a causation or a correlation, we don't really know, but the Raiders have responded after they went down 10-4.
You got that initial burst from East Jordan. Again, a hometown crowd getting the jitters out of the way. Again, you got a great student section down here kind of facing the Charlevoix team during the first half. So you never know what kind of fits they're giving them.
First free throw of the game for the Raiders is no good, but Kraus tracks down the offensive rebound. Here's Greenacre teeing up another one, and he's 2 for 2.
Yes, if Shane Smith were here, he'd be jumping up and down as his favorite player hits 2 in a row.
That's an 8-0 spurt for the Raiders. They take a 2-point lead. Here's Russell over to Beal. He'll drive in, pass it off to Malpas. He'll lean in for the right-handed finger roll. No good. Kraus on the boards.
Yeah, nice rebound by Kraus. Again, he's going to have to be a factor, especially on the offensive boards.
Greenacre left open again. This one's a little bit awry. Kraus
didn't quite have enough time to get there and get set before the pass came.
He's going to tee up another one. They leave him alone again. This time no good. Kraus on the offensive glass. That's 3 offensive rebounds for Kraus on the last 2 possessions, but East Jordan gets the stop.
Yeah, again, Kraus is going to have to start doing some work on the inside, too, especially on the offensive boards. Look to go right back up strong, see if you can't get some of those bigs in foul trouble.
Russell sends it all the way over. Three-pointer up, and three-pointer is down the hatch there for Eli Burns, and the Red Devils take back the lead. That's the 5th lead change of the game.
Nice hesitation by Kraus for the easy bucket. East Jordan not able to get back quick enough.
6th lead change. That's a stat we need to keep track of tonight as well, as Charlevoix goes back up by a single digit.
Yeah, this first period pretty much going how we hoped it would go.
Here's Beal driving in against Kraus. Has it taken away by Greenacre. Up the floor to Watkins. Watkins on a fast break. Shot fake, no good. And here's Ellis Malpas with the rebound. That's an empty possession for Charlevoix.
Yeah, Watkins tried to offer the ball up, see if he can get him to jump in the air, but he wasn't having anything with it.
Also checking into the game for the Red Devils is Trace Weinkoop. as Beal scores it.
Another lead change.
Make that 7 in the first quarter. Fun game here so far from East Jordan. Still looking for the first points of the game for Raider star Joe Gaffney. As he's guarded by Beal, he'll shake and bake his way into the paint, put up the floater, no good. Here's Ellis Malpas clearing the rebound. He'll bring it down the floor. It's a 2-on-3. Malpas is called for the offensive foul. Yeah, right there, you got to realize you got an uneven number break, not in your favor.
Yeah, better off keep possession, pull it out, set up your offense instead of trying to force something. And I thought you were manifesting some points by Joe Gaffney down here last time, just not able to put the puppy in.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the Achilles heel for Charlevoix so far in this first quarter. I think right now East Jordan making those shots near the basket. Charlevoix able to stay in the game via offensive rebounding so far from Jackson Krause. Here's Burns on Gaffney. He'll swing it over to Watkins. Watkins with 2 seconds finds Greenacre. They got to put it up. Gaffney does, but not before the buzzer sounds.
Yeah, he had to collect himself to get the shot off.
And after 1 quarter of play with a series of lead changes, we're going to step aside here and take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the second quarter of action coming up after this. You're watching high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back after this.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods, with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
And here we are, welcome back in. Officially the second quarter right now between the Charlevoix Raiders and the East Jordan Red Devils. Charles Trail along with Eric Huffman, Ryan Bentley heading up our videography tonight. 7 lead changes in the first quarter if you're just now tuning in. Red Devils up by 1 digit as we begin play here. As Russell drops it down low to Beal. He's guarded out there. And Red Devils going to a little bit of their bench right now as Wynkoop hands it off to Malpas. He pulls up, no good. And Malpas able to try, actually almost digs it out, and the Red Devils have it again. Russell with the push shot and gets the friendly roll. And we've got a timeout taken, or what do we got? We got a delay of game warning.
Yep.
So what a delay of game warning is, you get 1 before it is a technical foul. Delay of game means after the ball goes through the net, you inhibit the opposing team's chance to immediately inbound the basketball.
Yeah, that's exactly what that one was.
Here's Collins getting his way to the rim, but couldn't finish it.
And that's a move he makes a lot, too. So hopefully he goes back to that and is able to finish that one next time.
Here's Trace Wynkoop bringing it down.
Another missed puppy.
Hadley McCafferty has also checked in for the Red Devils. Number 20, little ball screen up top featuring Malpas and Russell. See how the Raiders play that. It'll be interesting to see that. High post, it goes to McCafferty. And here's Malpas driving baseline, shot fake. A little contact, and he still scores it.
Yeah, able to slip through there.
5-point lead. Biggest lead of the game for East Jordan was 6 points. Joe Gaffney with it, guarded by Malpas. Over to Collins. Collins drives in. 2-foot jump stop over to Pearl. He'll bring it up top to Greenacre. He'll drive all the way in, uncontested. 8 points for Carter Greenacre off the bench.
And again, he's a freshman too, but plays like he's aged very well up on the varsity. Talent knows no age. You don't have to be old to be good.
Raiders needed that one to stop the bleeding as Malpas works past Joe Gaffney, picks up his dribble in the corner. Swung down to McCafferty. puts his body into Pearl, and McCafferty finishes it at the rim, his first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, you're going to have to do more of keeping the ball out of the paint.
That's where the Red Devils have been going early and often. Here's Collins, guarded by McCafferty, drives baseline. Collins puts it up, has it rejected by Russell. Cut by Pearl, kicked over to Watkins.
Good job keeping your composure.
Short baseline shot, no good, as Beal falls down with it. And it should go back to the Raiders.
Quick shout out, my normal broadcast partner Shane Smith chiming in. Speaking of flying out of Cherry Capital Airport, he's tuning in from Chicago O'Hare right now. Service and flight from TVC was great. Go Raiders, he also says.
Got a lot of people tuning in here from Charlevoix County. People everywhere tuning in to watch this game. Down low it goes to Collins. Couldn't finish that one. There's been a couple puppies missed up close for the Raiders as Beal scores it in transition. And
good job by the trailer to keep his hands off the rim, too.
Yeah, that was Ellis Malpas who was flying in high, potentially looking for a putback jam.
32nd by Charlevoix.
That's a good timeout taken by the Charlevoix bench. Head coach Anthony Troshak wants to try to recoup and gather the troops right now. This is the largest lead of the game right now for East Jordan at 7 points. It was 6 points. The Raiders came back with an 8-0 run, went up back by 2, and since then the Red Devils have responded. So, Eric, we talked in the pregame show and just before the game what you were looking to see. What have you seen so far between these two teams in terms of how the stylistics of each team's play?
Well, getting into the first 3 minutes of this period, I would say the difference in the game right now is execution. East Jordan just a little bit more of execution at both ends of the floor, a little bit better defense, limiting Charlevoix to more one-and-dones or a lot of one-and-dones. And then on the offensive end, being able to get those close-in shots, be able to get the ball in the paint and get some and-ones and attack the basket.
We'll see what the Raiders have coming up out of the timeout. Here's a handoff to Gaffney up top. Almost has it stripped away. And that kind of blows up that Raiders set play there. Down low to Pearl. Pearl over to Collins for the 3-ball from the corner. No, short. Here's a rebound into the hands of the Red Devils. That'll be Wynkoop bringing it up the floor.
I haven't been able to see their motion offense where they've been able to get their backdoor cuts and backside passes going on yet. Good job by East Jordan playing that defensively right so far.
There's a feed down low to Brendan Ennis, and he scores it, and it's a 9-point lead now for East Jordan.
Yeah, Charlevoix just kind of out of sorts right now.
Ryan Pearl now to Kraus in the corner. Kraus is going to drive in, count it, and a foul.
And that's something you should be seeing from Kraus over and over and over again, not just tonight, but in any night. I talk about him plenty of times that he is my favorite player to watch on this Charlevoix team, and he's got a lot more potential than what he shows out on the court.
I got to say, my favorite player to watch on the East Jordan team for me is Will Webb, but he's on the bench right now with 2 personal fouls.
Yeah, and you've got Webb with 2, Malpass with 2.
And right now, the Raiders need to make hay while both Malpass and Webb have 2 fouls as Kraus gets the friendly bounce off the back of the rim, and we're back to a 2-score game.
You know, and for the most part, too, they've settled for a lot of outside shots and threes. That's only their second free throw attempt of the night. And again, East Jordan, they've only attempted 1 so far.
Charlevoix with 2 made threes. East Jordan with 1 made three-pointer. But East Jordan, you can tell that they've made a concerted approach to get to the basket. Stolen away by Greenacre. Raiders force a turnover.
We got Russell and Burns for East Jordan have each made a 3 so far.
Kraus left open in transition. He'll put it up. This one's no good. Yep. Burns with the rebound. Brendan Ennis hands off to Ryder Malpass. We're under the 4-minute mark here in this second quarter. Got a little corner pin down for Burns trying to get the empty side ball screen. He'll drive baseline, shut off nicely into the corner. Now up top to Russell for the 3-ball. Too strong. There's Collins on the glass.
Good job elevating, reaching up there with his paw and grabbing that one.
Good look there for Russell. He just couldn't knock it down. Kraus catches up top. Cut to
Nice
Watkins, and he finishes nicely. 5-0 run for Charlevoix after that timeout.
Yeah, good job by Kraus getting up there. Might have had that shot in the middle, but then he had his teammate driving in. Good job.
Charlevoix does a good job playing off of each other's dribble penetration as they get a
Good
steal.
hustle.
Up the floor to Watkins. It's a 2-on-1. Him and Collins back to Watkins, and they score it.
Yes, that's the old 3-on-2, 2-on-1 drill. The 2-on-1 coming back and making the right decision with the ball.
Back-to-back turnovers for the Raiders. Make it 3 for the Raider defense. Up the floor to Watkins. He's going to finish with the left-handed layup, and it's a 9-0 run for Charlevoix.
And we're back to a tie game, and let's start over.
The turnovers here for East Jordan really allowing the Raiders to get back into this one as we've got a timeout taken here by Nate Dwizek.
Kind of flipped the script there the last couple minutes.
Just the turnovers, being careless with the ball. Some of them, Greenacre came in, dug one out. Pearl kind of just hip-checked one and got the takeaway there.
And a lot of it's just execution. East Jordan's execution got lackadaisical that last two and a half minutes down on the offensive end. Charlevoix getting multiple turnovers and able to finish now attacking the paint.
Yeah, I think, Charlevoix knows that they can get these open three-pointers in transition. I think what they're being a little bit too eager to do, though, is put up those three-pointers when they can get to the rim, and they're playing off of one another very well when one person drives and they get these slot cuts, which come from the elbow extended. And when you can get to the rim, like both teams are right now at ease, you usually see very good shooting percentages.
Oh, Collins going to try to steal that inbound pass. Almost got a hand on it.
Red Devils go inside to McCafferty. He swings it out to Burns. Back to Malpas for the top of the key three, and it's good.
Yeah, wide open, right in his wheelhouse, top of the key.
That breaks a 9-0 scoring run for Charlevoix. Pearl goes to Greenacre in the corner, and he has this one go over the rim.
After 2 in a row, he's been kind of out of sorts with his last 2 or 3 attempts.
McCafferty swings it all the way across over to Burns, and the Red Devils work it back into the hands of Malpas. He'll drive against Kraus, find his way to the free throw line. Over to Trace Weinkoop, back to Russell. Ryder Malpas drives, flips up the shot, no good, into the hands of Collins. He's got a 2-on-1 break.
Now watch your spacing. Nice job protecting the ball, but you got to finish up at the basket.
So far, it's been rough sledding for Collins at the rim tonight, as this one's almost poked away. Russell flips up the right-handed shot, no good. Kraus on the glass. There's Greenacre. He should pull this one out.
Oh, got to be careful floating that ball like that.
You can see some fatigue starting to set in right now. These teams just trying to make it to halftime to refresh and regather themselves. Kraus drives, swings a hammer pass to Pearl, over to Collins. Almost traveled.
What a nice hard-played half, though.
Pearl.
Nice take with and one.
Ryan Pearl. The driving lane was open. Russell gave him space to the left, and Pearl took it.
I always talk about if they're going to play right in your face, take them to the hole, or if they're going to overplay one side, and you can go either way, go ahead and take that first step, but do it at an angle or somewhere forward and not to the side. Do it with purpose. Be able to get by them just like Ryan Pearl was able to do. Go up, get the foul out of it, and get the and one.
Ryan Pearl will have 2 shots at the free throw, or 1 shot at the free throw line here, as they gave him credit for the basket. Chance to tie the game with under a minute left to play. Free throws no good. Charlevoix 0 for 2 from the free throw line here so far. Or 1 for 3.
Yes, Jackson Krause with an and one.
Correct. And actually all their free throws have come on and one attempts. Here's Eli Burns, guarded by Gaffney. Up top, now go the Red Devils in the hands of Russell. Under 30 seconds here in this second quarter. Brendan Ennis now to Weinkoop. Weinkoop, Burns, Russell, Ennis, and Beal. 5 on the floor for East Jordan.
Gaffney needs to watch his hands. I'm surprised he hasn't been called with a hand check foul yet.
He doesn't have any personal right now, so, and the Raiders are not over the foul limit as there's a steal by Kraus. He's going to flip this one up to Gaffney. Gaffney with 3 seconds, puts it up and
and another puppy missed.
The Raiders couldn't score it before the end of the first half. Joe Gaffney had it rattle in and out. So East Jordan is going to take a 1-point lead into the halftime locker room. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a great game here brewing between the county rivals of East Jordan and Charlevoix. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll have the Charlevoix State Bank halftime show coming up after these messages. You're watching high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back after this. Located in Charlevoix, Michigan is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Meat gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
All right, here we are. Welcome into the Charlevoix State Bank halftime show. I'm Charles Strail, joined tonight by Eric Huffman. Eric, the Red Devils have a 1-point lead over their county rival, the Charlevoix Raiders. Let's first talk about East Jordan and their concerted approach that they've made so far to get the ball into the paint, certainly dominating Charlevoix. Points in the paint tonight in favor of East Jordan. What have they done that you've liked about their game plan here tonight?
Well, they've really looked to force the ball inside with some screen action. They're looking to get it dumped down to their bigs and just letting them go to work, looking to attack the basket. And they've done a great job of rebounding to both ends of the court is what I think the main key, one of the main keys is for East Jordan, especially on the defensive end, too. Yeah. A lot of one-and-dones for Charlevoix early on in the game. Their game came around a little bit, a little better job rebounding in the second period. But I'm surprised that East Jordan got away from their pressure they put on early in the game, kind of helped them build a little lead and kind of sustain that for a little while, was giving Charlevoix fits, and then kind of backed off of it, and Charlevoix kind of got into their game and slowly started getting into what they are known for doing well, is making right decisions with the ball and hitting people with cut passes and whatnot, and them being able to start attacking the paint. But the main thing is East Jordan's done a better job in the paint finishing and execution at the quarter court offensive end, opposed to Charlevoix missing. We probably during the break we talked about probably 10 or 12 points left on the court because of missed shots within 5 feet.
Yeah, those missed shots, we like to call them puppies at the rim. You almost refer to them as gimmies because you almost got to have them in order to win close games. Right now, the stat pack, I mean, both teams have made 2 3-pointers, 1 for Corbin Russell, 1 for Ryder Malpas, 2 for Carter Greenacre for the Charlevoix Raiders. Raiders 1 for 3 from the free throw line. So all those points adding up in a close game, whether it's a 1-possession game, 2-possession game. And I wouldn't be surprised if this game isn't played within or outside of like a 2 to 3 score game the rest of the way. Largest lead so far for East Jordan was 9 points. And then as soon as East Jordan had a 9-point lead, Charlevoix took a timeout and they had a 9-0 run of their own and knotted the game up, I believe, at 25 apiece.
Yep.
Right now it's 28-27. And we're just hunkering down for one whale of a basketball game here between East Jordan and Charlevoix. We mentioned it earlier. These two teams will be district opponents in the Class C district this year, which will feature East Jordan, Charlevoix, Inland Lakes, Mansalona, Johannesburg, Lewiston, and Harbor Springs. So
that's a packed district.
Yeah, there is a high chance and a high probability that these two teams could see each other once more in the playoffs. And right now, is there any gamesmanship for the coaches to not show too much because you don't want to put it on film? Or are you more looking for the competitiveness of your team to just grit out a win?
You know, I think at this time of year, I think every game is an important game. You hate to take a step back or say, oh, let's take a night off, so to speak, in a way or whatnot. I mean, you're building towards the tournament or your off season, and this is a Lake Charlevoix rival, so that adds a little bit to it also. And you don't know which team coming from which conference wants to have that notch in their belt that say, hey,
right,
I beat the team from the other conference now also. So I think there's still a lot more on the line than just a regular non-conference game between these two teams now. And again, when you think about it also, Charlevoix's got a heck of a week ahead of them still, but it doesn't look like they're trying to mail this non-conference game in to get ready for their back-to-back against first place Elk Rapids.
That's right. Charlevoix, after playing East Jordan tonight, will have a game Thursday versus Elk Rapids and then a rescheduled makeup game versus Elk Rapids. So they'll see a lot of Elks in the near future for Charlevoix, but right now they're seeing the East Jordan Red Devils in front of them as the object in their way to trying to get to 14 wins. Actually, whoever wins this game will have 14 wins when they walk out of the gymnasium tonight. So that'll certainly be a notch in their belt or feather in the cap, as you said, and also bragging rights within the county for at least, the anticipated 2 to 3 week period before these teams might line up and play again and square off between the lines in that district semi or maybe even district final matchup.
And depending on what happens, this could be the only time they see each other this year too. So that's, that's the one time we faced them and we were able to beat them. Charlevoix split with Boyne City, so you could think it's one of those, are we the champs of Lake Charlevoix after tonight?
Right. Well, we're going to go ahead, step aside, take a quick break, reset our batteries before we get ready for the second half of action here tonight from East Jordan as the Red Devils have a 1-point lead over the Charlevoix Raiders. This has been the Charlevoix State Bank halftime show. Second half coming up after this.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
If you're a parent enjoying a day out on the water with your family, you've heard these words before.
I'm hungry, Mother. I really am.
It's time to act swiftly and think on your feet because you only have a couple of minutes to save the day.
I'm so hungry I could eat a whole elephant.
So combine leisure and heroics with dining out on the water with Dingy Dash. Serving Round Lake and Western Lake Charlevoix with takeout food, groceries, and whatever floats your boat. Keep your puppies fed with Dingy Dash.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
All right, right, here we are. Welcome in officially the second half between the Charlevoix Raiders and the East Jordan Red Devils. Charles Strail along with Eric Huffman and Ryan Bentley tonight from the Charlevoix County Clash on a Monday night. Thank you for making us a part of your evening festivities. We're here courtside, so you can be tuning in couchside. Eric, what are your first half predictions that you look for each team to make from an adjustment coming out of halftime?
I'll be curious to see if East Jordan goes back to their pressure to start this third period. And Charlevoix, what are they going to do to pack it in the paint defensively? And they need to see a couple of points in the paint go in on the offensive end, too. Again, that 10 to 12 points could come back to haunt them with as close a game as this is.
Do you dare go zone if you're Charlevoix?
I don't know if I do. I think you're okay because as long as you're active and have your help man going, you should be in good position. I just don't think they've been active enough on the defensive end.
Joe Gaffney gets the opening set here, swings it over to Collins. Collins will attack and drive in and score it for the first points of the second half.
And his first points of the night, too. Yeah, and again, talking about their defense real quick, I mean, they've played the lights of bigs like Jacob Plumondon from Glen Lake in as an example. So they're able to play tough defense inside. They just haven't put it together yet tonight.
So it is 29 to 28 in favor of Charlevoix.
Nice hands by Collins. Saw Mr. Plumondon over the weekend, too. What a great weekend it was for Next Level.
That was fun. If you're just perusing around on our website, go ahead and do yourself a favor and check out some of the highlights from the Northern Michigan Boys Basketball Showcase, the third annual edition.
How many dunks did we see that day?
Oh, man. More than I can do.
Alley-oop dunks. I mean, yeah, what a fun day.
Red Devils trying to take the lead back after the Red Devils snatch it away on that Collins layup. They go inside to Brendan Ennis, and he scores it, working against Ryan Pearl. There's some serious muscle in the paint right now, and Ennis puts the Red Devils back on top.
Yeah, that's two beefies going at it, and he got the butter up at that time.
Pearl drives in, reverse layup, no good. Maybe got a piece of that was Max Beal, and he got the rebound as well.
Again, you're going to have to think about if you're Ryan Pearl, too. Do you want to front Ennis, or you want to keep playing behind him and let him go to work?
Beal throws it into Ennis in the post.
Now, see, if you front, like Charlevoix likes to do a lot of times, you get backside help, and they've been really good with backside help, just not right now.
Right there, Will Webb making an impact here in this third quarter. He had to sit most of the second quarter with 2 fouls, but it's a 4-0 run for East Jordan as Gaffney turns it over. Here is Russell for the Red Devils. Over to Beal, inside to Webb. He'll drop step, blocked up top by Kraus.
Yeah, met him right up at top, clean block.
Collins will drive and attack, swing over to Kraus for the transition 3. No good. Watkins tried to track it down, but it's into the hands of Beal and now Malpas.
It's not a bad shot. He's able to hit that one. Nice bounce pass, and another nice block by Kraus.
That's back-to-back blocks, saving points for Kraus. Watkins drives in hard. This should be a block, and it is called against Brendan Ennis. And Jackson Kraus right there erasing 2 potential field goals for East Jordan.
Good job by him. Keeping the Raiders in the game right now as they're looking to be able to finish on the offensive end. Good defense by him.
And for the players that can block shots, it is an art form to be able to do it without fouling. As the Red Devils will make 2 substitutions here. Ellis Malpas and Eli Burns checking in.
And so many times you're clean up top, but yet you're still giving them a pusher with the body. So again, the art form, very important.
Kraus on the inbounds pass from Ryan Pearl, and Kraus scores it. Probably just deserved after he had those 2 defensive plays to get a basket.
Yeah, reward the fella for his hard work.
There's a screen up top. Will Webb uses it, finds Burns. He's guarded by Collins. Beal up top. Backdoor to Burns. Nice play.
East Jordan hitting Charlevoix with a little bit of their own medicine.
Give the assist to Brendan Ennis as they just had an inverted post set, and he dropped a dime. Pearl guarded in the corner, picks up his dribble. Watkins on the floor for it, and we've got 2 players on the floor for it, and it's Red Devils forcing a turnover. Here's Will Webb pushing the pace. Corner it goes to Beal, checks his feet, puts up the 3 ball, way short.
Yeah, it should have been more worried about the shot than backing up an extra step.
It's a 3-point Red Devil advantage. Collins passes over to Pearl as the Raiders reset. Gaffney has it up top, still looking for his first points of the game. Guarded by Eli Burns. Turns down the ball screen all the way in, can't finish, and this should be East Jordan ball.
Yep. Joe Gaffney still yet to score tonight.
And he got a pretty good look there at the rim.
But that also goes to show about the Charlevoix team. Only down 3 points, no points from Gaffney yet, and it's spreading the wealth like Charlevoix is able to do. Multiple players can score for this team.
Watkins almost took the steal there. It's a 5-on-4 for East Jordan, but they are unable to convert as they turn it over.
Yeah, Burns thought Russell was going to back out towards the three-point line. He stayed in.
Here's the quick transition opportunity. Watkins puts his shoulder down and gets the friendly roll off the rim. 2 points courtesy of Logan Watkins.
Yeah, nice finish, but you got to be careful because he's going in he's more worried about initiating the contact than going up. I want the points first, and then we'll get the foul.
Will Webb picks up his dribble. Nice backdoor pass to Burns. He'll swing it over to Beal. Beal drives in. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the free throw line for a pair after drawing a foul. Foul going against
Jackson Krause.
Krause, okay.
Yes.
His first. Seems like whichever team right now can hit the other team with a 6, 7, 8-0 run is going to be able to take a stronghold on this game as we are getting closer and closer to approaching crunch time. That first free throw no good for Max Beal.
The only thing you haven't seen is, Charlevoix's had a slight lead a couple of times tonight. East Jordan's had bigger leads. Charlevoix hasn't been able to put it over the top yet.
Beal makes 1 of 2 as the Red Devils go back up by a deuce.
Just a little show of here we are at half court. Nothing serious.
Pearl on
There's
the flex
a cut.
Yeah. Picks up his dribble, finds Gaffney up top. He's going to pull the deep ball, and Gaffney no good. Watkins battling for it, and it's into the hands of the Red Devils. Here's Will Webb.
Gaffney absolutely is able to hit that shot. Just not sure if that's the shot we want right now.
Yeah, obviously if you're Charlevoix, maybe forced a little bit. If you're East Jordan, you got to get out, contest, and then make sure you're in a position to rebound the basketball. Charlevoix still on with 2 made 3-pointers. We do know that they're a capable shooting team, but so far the well is running a little dry right now for Charlevoix since Greenacre made those 2 in the first quarter.
Well, and the aforementioned Greenacre just subbed in for Ryan Pearl. See if that helps them out on the offensive end. Good hands by Collins.
Collins in the passing lane. Gets the turnover back for Charlevoix. He'll drive baseline, and he's fouled. This will go against Corbin Russell.
Be his second.
Actually, it's called against Eli Burns. Ooh. So I guess they got Burns raking down from the baseline. From our vantage point, it really looked like that was on Russell.
Yeah, it did.
Collins going to the free throw line where the Raiders are 1 of 3 so far tonight.
That's why we're up in the mezzanine, and they wear the stripes.
Coming back into the game is Ryder Malpus for East Jordan. Collins looking to knot this one up if he's able to knock down this free throw. And that falls short. 1-point game again.
2 for 5 from the line as a team for Charlevoix so far tonight.
Collins with 3 points here, I believe, in this third quarter.
Good hands.
And the Raiders really getting out in the passing lanes more, Eric. They seem to be more active.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Greenacre, though. You're getting floating a little too far, getting out of his help lane, but good turnover by the Raiders.
That's back-to-back turnovers for East Jordan. Gaffney with a little shake and bake over to Watkins. He'll pull the 3 ball, and it's good.
Yeah, again, Watkins, kind of the main facilitator offense tonight, too, so you're not going to lay off him if you're the Red Devils.
That's a 6-0 run for Charlevoix.
15 points for Watkins so far tonight.
Gaffney gets called for the reach-in. I believe that is his first foul.
Yes, sir.
Charlevoix goes up 2 on the Logan Watkins 3-pointer. That's their 3rd made 3 of the night. East Jordan still only with 2 made 3s, both were 1 by Ryder Malpus, 1 by Corbin Russell.
Yep, I've got, 3 for Charlevoix in the night, and 1, 2, 3 for East Jordan.
Okay.
Malpas, Burns, and Russell all with a 3.
So a very evenly played game so far, not only on the scoreboard, but also on the stat sheet. As Malpas catches this one up top. Here's Will Webb driving in hard. 2-foot jump stop, and we're tied again at 37.
He got position and was able to go up strong because he wasn't in front of him.
Will Webb's first points, I believe, since early on in this game.
He didn't score in the second. 4 points this period.
Gaffney letting a deep one fly. No good. Charlevoix on the offensive rebound into the hands of, now here's
He
Krause.
needs to go up strong. He needed to take the layup. Come on, young man.
Watkins over to Krause. This should be
Now
an
he
easy
will.
bunny.
There we go.
And second chance opportunities pays off for Charlevoix. Give that credit to Collins, who secured the offensive board.
Yeah, but Krause, he's got to be more assertive and look more to attack. He's been more trying to help his teammates out by facilitating the ball more than looking to attack with the ball.
Right there is some serious aggression as Will Webb draws another foul. And he made up his mind that he was either going to get fouled or make a basket there on that possession.
And again, one of the keys that we talked about at the start of the game, too, was trying to keep Webb off the foul line. This will be his second and third attempts of the night.
Can we get a free throw shooting breakdown in terms of attempts and makes? I know Charlevoix 2 for 5. What's it looking like for East Jordan so far?
This will be their 5th free throw of the night also. And this will make them, depending on if he makes it, it'll be 4 for 5.
Webb's second is short.
So 3 for 5. Melcher's jinx.
Here's Max Beal on the offensive glass. Ellis Malpas catches down low, can't finish through contact. Webb stripped by Watkins, but we got a foul. This will be the 5th team foul against Charlevoix, or excuse me, the 4th team foul against Charlevoix. But did they call it the act of shooting?
No shot. No, the official that called the foul says on the floor, no shot. My only question is, it was he was the furthest away official. There was a lot of traffic in between, and he was the one that blew the whistle on that. So that would be my only question.
We have Jackson Krause returning for Logan Watkins.
And as far as foul trouble, Watkins, the only one from Charlevoix with 2 fouls. Everyone else has 1.
A couple of Red Devils with 2, though, right?
East Jordan, Burns, Webb, and Malpas each have 2. The other 2 starters each have 1.
Trace Weinkoop has checked into the game for the Red Devils. We're in number 10. Here's Webb.
You slide out and help, Krause. There you go.
Ellis Malpas on the follow-up.
Yeah, nice follow by Malpas.
East Jordan retakes the lead.
Ellis Malpas, first points of the night.
Here's Collins doubled. He'll turn it over into the hands of Malpas. He gets the takeaway. He'll bring it up the floor. Malpas guarded by Krause. Spin move, lefty layup, or right-handed layup, no good. But there's a man-sized rebound underneath by Russell.
Gonna be on the floor again.
And that'll put Ellis Malpas to the free throw line as Charlevoix is over the limit. We've got 18 seconds remaining here in this third period of play. East Jordan has retaken the lead after Charlevoix went up by as many as 2 points here. Ellis Malpas at the free throw line to try and make this a 3-point ball game. And he does. (42-39). Raiders with presumably the last possession of this third period. Over to Krause, now to Gaffney, mishandles it, penetrates inside. Greenacre puts it on the deck, back to Krause in the corner for the 3 ball, too strong.
Yeah, he had to get that out of there really quick.
So after 3 quarters of play, the Red Devils maintain their advantage. They're up by 3 as we head to the 4th quarter between the Raiders of Charlevoix and the Red Devils of East Jordan. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back after this. Located in Charlevoix, Michigan is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com, or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
You should relax. You work so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
All right, here we are. Welcome back. It is the fourth quarter. And let's get it underway, as it'll be East Jordan ball to begin here in the hands of Eli Burns, guarded by Greenacre. Backdoor cut, but the Raiders or Red Devils missed it.
Yeah, Gaffney was fortunate on that one.
Corbin Russell from deep. Brendan Ennis on the offensive glass. He's hacked, and will go to the line.
What a nice rebound by Ennis there. Yeah, nothing Pearl could do.
And that's been a fun battle to watch all night long. Brendan Ennis and Ryan Pearl tonight squaring off in the paint. What's the line read on Ennis tonight, Eric?
Yes, he's his first 2 free throws of the night, and that will give him 7 points so far. 2 points in each period.
And this one, no good.
And only 1 point this period. Okay.
4-point, 2-possession lead for East Jordan after Brendan Ennis makes 1 of 2 at the line. Ryan Pearl up top for Charlevoix, over to Collins.
Pearl hasn't scored this half.
Collins guarded by Webb. He'll drive in and finish at the rim.
And that was one of the things we missed a lot of, is those floating layups by Collins. Again, he didn't even score the whole first half. 5 points in the night for him.
Trace Weinkoop up top gets the high screen from Brendan Ennis. Here's Webb trying to slash into the paint. Has shut off nicely by the Raider defense. Another player who's been relatively quiet here tonight is Corbin Russell for East Jordan, but they've got their points from other sources tonight. Brendan Ennis has this one stolen away by Charlevoix.
Good double team and help defense.
Pearl didn't need to save that one. It was going to be deflected off of the Red Devils. And there's a turnover in the backcourt for Charlevoix. Untimely error.
Yeah, unfortunate there. He wasn't quite sure, as I could see from here. It looked like East Jordan had put a hand out there. It looked like he might have touched it. And obviously Ryan thinking that he was the last one to touch it.
Got to go after the ball, take care of it as well, as Weinkoop shows and goes, puts it on the deck. And that was close to a double dribble, but he gets it back.
And again, Pearl can't let Ennis go down there and just set up shop.
Weinkoop with the 3 ball, no good. Brendan Ennis on the offensive glass once more, and he can score again. 9 points now, correct? Gaffney, or that's Watkins.
Yeah, should be on the floor.
Watkins drawing some contact there, and that almost like forced transition break there for Charlevoix. Max Beal and Ryder Malpas returning for East Jordan. They have regained their 4-point advantage with 6:25 remaining in the final period of play. Inside it goes, tapped away. Nice hands there on the baseline by Russell.
I thought that was the second on Ennis. Okay.
And we've got a timeout taken here by Charlevoix. As the Charlevoix Raiders take the timeout, we want to take the time to thank all of our sponsors tonight that have been allowing us to bring here this one, so you can be tuning in from your couch or wherever you find comfort from. Sponsors tonight, courtesy of the Charlevoix State Bank, the Lake House, Bingham Insurance, Gaylord Eye Care, also Martin Concrete, and Traverse City Cherry Capital TVC Airport. Bringing you this game here tonight between the East Jordan Red Devils and the Charlevoix Raiders. Charles Strail, Eric Huffman. Eric, what do you think Charlevoix needs here to get something going on this baseline out of bounds set?
Just the continuity offensive set. Just some motion, some back screens. Whether you're setting something up for the inbounder possibly with Pearl taking it out of bounds. Oh, and then they leave Kraus wide open in the corner and just misses a three.
Yeah, that was one that the Red Devils got away with. As Malpas drives baseline into Pearl, puts it up, no good. Greenacre soars, blocks it from behind, and Kraus has it into the hands now with Collins.
Wow, just a good effort by Greenacre all around.
Here's Collins dribbling around, finds Greenacre.
Yeah, it's kind of out of sorts right now. You need to get set up. However you need to get your set going, you need to get it started.
Watkins pulls the deep three, no good. Kraus on the offensive glass, waits, almost fouled, and it'll stay here with Charlevoix.
Surprised there wasn't a foul there. It looked like he had a rake right on his arm.
I think he just has to go up with the initial one, Eric. He probably draws more contact on the initial putback.
Good call.
As Kraus will inbound for Charlevoix into the hands of Watkins. He drives baseline. Back over now to Collins. He'll let the three fly. No good. Watkins on the offensive board.
Yeah, they can't be afraid in the paint. They're going to have to look to attack.
Kraus with the 17-foot jump shot, not in rhythm, and he missed it.
No, they just seem to get out of sorts when they get in the paint with East Jordan's bigs.
Here's East Jordan bringing it back down the floor once more. Trying to work a little time here as well. Over now to Webb. He'll drive in and slides by Pearl, but he smoked the layup, unfortunately, and there's a foul in the backcourt, roughly 90 feet away from the Red Devil basket.
Yeah, East Jordan tries to get all this action going to one side, and they reverse it over the Webb to give him the weak side to go to work on, look to attack. Third foul on Webb.
I'd imagine you keep him in this game just to have
5
his
minutes
presence.
left. 5 minutes left. Yeah, you just roll the dice with that.
Here's Joe Gaffney working against Will Webb. Gaffney also looking for his first points of the game as well. Gets a high screen up top from Kraus. Lost the dribble, but kept his hand on top of the ball.
Yeah, good call by the official explaining that he had his hand on top still.
Pearl drops a dime to Collins, and it's a 2-point game once again.
Gaffney got to be careful giving up cheap fouls that far down the court or letting Webb beat you and end up with a 5-on-4.
Max Beal guarded by Kraus up top, driving to his right. Drops it down to Ellis Malpas, fumbles it initially, and is fouled. And as Malpas goes to the free throw line, we're going to step aside for an ad from TVC Cherry Capital for a 15-second break.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination.
First shot, no good for Ellis Malpas. Looking to make this a 3-point game if he can split the pair. Second free throw, no good. Charlevoix can tie or take the lead on this possession. Watkins back up to Kraus. Kraus with the free throw line, jump shot, and we're knotted up again at 45. 4-0 run for the Charlevoix. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Who's going to make that game-winning play? Maybe that back-to-back three-pointer here tonight as these teams standing toe-to-toe in the center of the ring, exchanging pleasantries.
And there haven't been too many of them tonight, but who knows if it's going to be determined at the foul line.
Malpas on the drop step, scores it. Here comes Collins in a speed dribble, looking to get the ball advanced quickly. Here's Kraus, back to Pearl. Pearl tried to drop it back on Watkins, but it was stolen.
He anticipated where he was going to be, and the defender was just standing right there.
Costly turnover potentially as Webb pirouettes, corkscrews into Malpas, and he finishes it. 4 in a row for Ellis Malpas as the Red Devils go back up 49-45.
Timeout Charlevoix.
As we've got a timeout taken by Charlevoix, these two teams exchanging 4-0 runs apiece. We're going to step aside And when we come back, we'll have the final 3-12 of the Red Devils and the Raiders.
Bases MI in Charlevoix has everything you need for a successful recovery journey from any type of substance abuse. With a unique blend of clinical expertise and compassionate care, they are ready to serve you and anyone you know with in-person or telehealth appointments. That's Bases MI at the corner of M66 and US 31, or visit them at basesmi.com.
Live from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Bases MI in Charlevoix has everything you need for a successful recovery journey from any type of substance abuse. With a unique blend of clinical expertise and compassionate care, they are ready to serve you and anyone you know with in-person or telehealth appointments. That's Bases MI at the corner of M66 and US 31, or visit them at basesmi.com.
All right, here we are. Welcome back in. It's a 4-point lead for the East Jordan Red Devils over the Charlevoix Raiders. Let's see what happens with the final 3:10 left in this one. It's been a dandy so far, ladies and gentlemen. As Watkins drives in, shut off Collins. Shot fake, he'll drive in, drop it down to Pearl for the baseline J. Too strong, Beal on the glass for East Jordan. He's had a run out to Malpas, but Beal wisely just settles this one down.
Yeah, they can't just settle with the one and dones. I know they're worried about the runouts by East Jordan, but you got to start crashing the boards, though.
Beal has it up top, guarded by Kraus, puts up the runner off the glass, no good. Ellis Malpas make it 6 in a row for Ellis Malpas, the junior, and East Jordan up by 2 scores, 6-point lead.
East Jordan's a little more active and able to finish and execute.
Gaffney turns it over, stolen away by Ryder Malpas.
Again,
it's been that kind of night for Joe Gaffney.
Yeah, just thinking about where they're going to be, and the defender just standing right there.
There's William Webb, and a foul called Gaffney, a little hand check out top. That is the 3rd team foul against Charlevoix. Only 2 team fouls for East Jordan. Here's Max Beal inbounding this to Ryder Malpas. Almost stolen there by Watkins.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go. You're gonna have to take a chance somewhat. And obviously only you get 3 fouls, you still have another foul to give before you can start stopping the clock, shooting free throws.
Jackson Krause with the take foul there. That puts the Raiders over the limit. East Jordan will shoot 2 free throws the rest of the way anytime a whistle is blown. Inbounded. I'm trying to get something going back to the corner here. Malpas over to Webb.
You're for East Jordan right now. Just be patient, run your set, see what you can get.
Going
and
high,
obviously
low.
going Krause. To Malpas too. He's been the man of the period for East Jordan.
Yeah, he's got 6 points in a row for East Jordan, and he committed that foul there as he was trying to reach in as Krause got the rebound.
Yeah, after his 2 missed free throws, he's been on a tear.
Raiders down by 6, under 2 minutes to play. Crowd getting into it here in East Jordan. Battle of the 2-3-1. Gaffney with a little false step. Actually, that's Watkins, and he has it knocked out of bounds. Collapsing defense there by East Jordan, ready to shut off that drive.
And that's one of the things they've done really well tonight, East Jordan, is collapsing in that paint and getting rid of Collins and Watkins and Gaffney, the way they're able to drive and attack the basket. They've really taken that away tonight.
Watkins doubled in the corner. Now he finds his way to the basket and scores it. It's a 4-point lead now for East Jordan. They'll have to be strong with the basketball here as Malpas brings it across the floor. Stolen away by Krause. Raiders get the turnover they need.
Good job by Krause to pick up his dribble too, because he had somebody trying to swipe it right back.
Here's Greenacre up top to Krause, back to Watkins. He's got the show and go. Tapped away from behind. He puts it up and is fouled. Will Webb right there went for the back tap.
Fortunate with the back tap there, yep.
He did have 3 fouls. Fortunate to not get called for the foul on that one. And now both teams over the limit.
It's Beal's first of the night.
And they called that on the floor, Eric.
Interesting. Wonder if my delay. Nope, I missed my delay on my phone. Just a second too late to see what that was.
Charlevoix inbounds to Joe Gaffney on the low post. Turnaround jump shot is good, and it's a 2-point game, courtesy of Joe Gaffney's first basket of the game.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Gaffney.
You don't want to foul here. That'll put the Red Devils on the line. We got a timeout taken here by Nate Drizic of the East Jordan Red Devils. Well, once again, we're here courtside, so you can be watching from the confines of your house, or motor home, wherever you're watching from. If you're at the swimming pool in
car.
Swimming pool if you're in a warmer weather state, nicer climate. It was 17 degrees here in East Jordan at time of tip-off.
Or maybe you're walking around, you got your phone in your pocket, and you got your AirPods in or something.
Maybe you're working out at the gym. Who knows? Maybe a New Year's resolution, New Year's, new you, but still same next-level broadcasting. And between these two teams, we anticipated this to be a close game, and it has delivered. Unlike the game last night, this one is highly entertaining.
Yes, yeah, kind of a more of a looking forward to the commercials kind of night last night and then a close game.
Well,
it went the way I hoped it would go, so I'm not complaining.
Well, once again, we want to thank all of our sponsors one more time: Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Bases MI, Bingham Insurance, the Lake House Charlevoix, Charlevoix State Bank, Martin Concrete, and the Gaylord Eye Care Center. Also, Dingy Dash for bringing this game, all of our corporate partners tonight. Here in East Jordan, where they have a 2-point lead over Charlevoix. Inbounded to Ellis Malpas. He's going to drop step again, put it up. He's fouled by Kraus. Almost got the friendly roll there, too.
But again, Malpas kind of been the go-to guy this period. Now he just got to make his free throws. He's missed his last 2.
It's been his size and length at the rim that's been a problem for Charlevoix in this fourth quarter.
Just kind of the size of East Jordan in general has given them enough fits in the paint tonight.
First free throw rattles in for Ellis Malpas. He's got 7 points in the frame.
In this period alone, yes.
This is a big free throw here. Can make it a 2-score game with a make. Puts it up and puts it in. That was a silky smooth looking free throw. As he makes 2 at the line, he'll be replaced by Brendan Ennis.
12 points for that young man. Nice job.
Coming off the bench, too.
All in the second half.
Here's Joe Gaffney and the Raiders down by 4. What's the strategy here, Eric?
Get a quick bucket, doesn't matter what it is. If you got an open 3, go ahead and take it because you are a 3-point shooting team. But you don't necessarily need it. A 2 and a press, but we don't need a kick ball for a turnover.
And that is Carter Greenacre there, who had the opportunity to put up that 3 from the corner. And then it was turned over, miscommunication between him and Logan Watkins.
So now you need to rotate. Well, if it's just going to be man-to-man, or you're going to deny the inbounds pass. Looks like Joe Gaffney's going to look at the inbounder. You should be looking to double off this and cut off your short passes, but it looks like just a straight-up man-to-man. You got to be careful not to give up a cheap one or let them go out and pull it out and run the clock, because you're not in any type of trap right now. You're just going to foul and stop the clock.
Yep, there's the foul given by Collins. That'll send Ryder Malpas to the free throw line. Either way, you make 1, you make 2 here. It's still a 2-possession game. But East Jordan can really put the hammer down here with 2 made free throws.
Well, again, Charlevoix, again, for making one of the things we usually talk about is the amount of threes that they're gonna make on the night, and they haven't made they've made 1 3 the whole second half, and 3 for the whole game. It looks like.
Ryder Malpas' second attempt is good, and it truly is a 2-score, 6-point lead now for East Jordan. They're going to go with an offense-defense substitution here.
Yeah, and if you're East Jordan, you want to show some pressure. Don't let them just come down the court and get an easy look.
Here's Gaffney guarded by Webb.
Make them walk you down. Can't see anything wide open.
Gaffney crosses over behind the back, puts it up, and is fouled. Fouled with 16 seconds remaining. That's 4 fouls now on Will Webb. And I'll say this in the game, I think it was tied when I mentioned it, Eric, which team or which player was going to make that impact. And I think in this fourth quarter, it's profoundly been Ellis Malpas.
No, absolutely. You got Ellis Malpas with 8 points this period. And outside of Ennis making a bucket, everyone else's contribution has been free throws.
1 shot remaining as Gaffney no good on the first of 2. Second free throw is in. 55-50 is the score.
Yeah,
timeout taken by Charlevoix.
So you got to think 16.6, that some type of zone press or whatever where you've got to immediate double teams or immediate denial. Then you're either going for the steal and get a quick double team so you can get a steal that way, or a jump ball, which looks like it's Charlevoix's possession, or you've got to foul right away.
We're going to send it out to a quick commercial break, and we'll come back with after this.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
All right, here we are, final 16 seconds between Charlevoix and East Jordan. Coming at you live from East Jordan High School. Inbounded to Ryder Malpas. He's fouled there by Logan Watkins. Malpas, where he just made 2 of 2 at the free throw line, will go back, trying to go 4 for 4 here, coming down the stretch. Can really seal this game with 2 more makes. That would make it a 3-score, 7-point game. Here's the first free throw that bounces off the back of the rim. No good.
Now for Charlevoix, you want to come down and get maybe a quick screen of no matter what and get a quick shot off. 3 or 2, it doesn't matter.
Second free throw, no good. Tapped around, but right into the hands of Russell.
That should probably seal it right there.
Now it is a 7.3 score game as Gaffney brings it up, pulls up the three-pointer, too strong. Ellis Malpas on the rebound, and that's going to do it. And East Jordan claims a 7-point victory over their county rival, Charlevoix. A non-conference game here tonight, but certainly with mental implications for both of these two teams, as there is a high chance that they could face each other in the Class C district tournament about 2 weeks from now. And Eric, your final thoughts here as East Jordan made the plays in the fourth quarter that Charlevoix was not able to make.
Exactly like you just said. I think execution is the key word for tonight. I think, a couple of nice runs from Charlevoix trying to keep it close. Almost think they're going to start getting into their bag and start getting into their normal game, but just weren't quite able to get over the hump. East Jordan, a nice game plan tonight, taking care of the paint on defense, and then just all around good offense with lots of people contributing on the offensive end for East Jordan. I've got 8 different players score for East Jordan tonight, and then obviously you've got one off the bench, Ellis Malpas, who doesn't score in the first half and ends up with, I believe, 14 in the second, at 2, 4, 6, at 12 in the second half alone.
So 12 big second half points there for Ellis Malpas, and I think, we talked about it earlier. Would the size and length of East Jordan pose a problem for Charlevoix? And in the second half, it did, specifically on the offensive glass. Brendan Ennis, Ellis Malpas, Corbin Russell really started to impose themselves on the offensive glass in the second half, getting those second chances and also those early or just close proximity shots at the rim.
If I want to say one thing about Charlevoix tonight, that for the first time it looked like they were intimidated by the interior size of East Jordan. Normally they would look to attack the basket a lot more and look to go up against those bigs. As, again, we've talked about the size of some of the teams that they've played this year. They just didn't look confident getting into the paint tonight like they normally have. And we also talked about early on, they must have left, even after the second half, probably at least 15, 16 points on the floor tonight out of missed easy shots.
So we'll update those standings right now. East Jordan improves to 14-3. Charlevoix falls to 13-5 on the season. And as we mentioned a couple times, there are serious possibilities that these two teams will meet once again in the districts just 2 weeks from now. So that's going to do it here from East Jordan. For myself, Charles Strail, Eric Huffman, Ryan Bentley running our photography and videography tonight. We want to thank all of our sponsors one more time at Bases MI, Bingham Insurance in Charlevoix, the Charlevoix State Bank, Martin Concrete, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, the Lake House Charlevoix, Dingy Dash, and all of our other corporate partners helping sponsor Next Level Broadcasting, all of the games that we do all across northern Michigan. It's been a fun one here, certainly. Eric, your final thoughts?
Yeah, again, nice. I talked early on about the rivalry and whatnot, and emotions and physicality and whatnot, but this is just a nice, hard-fought game. Nothing got out of hand. It was nicely officiated. Hard-fought play by both teams, and just a fun game to watch.
All right, everybody. So we'll step aside. We'll let you catch your breath for a couple of nights. We'll be back. Raiders back on Thursday night versus Elk Rapids tomorrow night. It'll be Gaylord and TC West here on Next Level Broadcasting. That will be a fun one. So from East Jordan tonight, we say thank you for making us a part of your Monday night. Until next time, everyone, good night.